Recording.
All aboard!
Hey! Huh? Oops! What? Wow! Yeah!
Oh, hello, everybody on the internet, wherever you are,
Internets.
on the ether webs,
Internets?
Ethernet web, to episode 12 of Where Streams Come True, the show where we suffer through the entire good, bad, of Disney Plus.
Disney Plus has only been out for 24 weeks.
Disney Plus, more like Disney minus.
Oh,
Yeah,
that means we started this podcast like
we
real
started it
early.
right when it came. We had episode 0 before it even came out, before it even dropped.
Yeah, it hadn't even dropped.
Yeah.
See that's how forward thinking we are. This is episode
12
and it's been out for 24 weeks. Then it's been.
You are at least, and then you said, "Hey, Doug, Cameron, what are you doing on this day?" Oh,
Yeah, I knew this.
That was
nothing.
A hit. So this week I have Doug and Cameron.
Hi, I'm Wade. There it is.
So
Hello.
the classic trio, the original recipe.
The three ninjas.
Yes, and we watched Santa's Workshop, the 1932 animated short directed by Wilfred Jackson, who is uncredited in the movie for some reason.
Now, before we get started,
Yes.
was this or was this not one of the things where Disney Plus is like, hey, this is old, there might be some stuff in here that is not socially acceptable anymore?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, because I was watching it going, like, this isn't that bad, and then I saw the thing and I went, oh, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, we'll
There were
get to
two.
that.
There were two.
Yeah.
You watched it. You watched it on Disney Plus, right?
Right.
Okay. Because there is a version that has a scene cut out that is
Oh,
even
really?
worse.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can
Doug, well, we can go right
Yeah,
into that.
Let's talk about that. I didn't know
well,
that.
I watched this on YouTube, so I'm not sure what part got cut out or not.
Santa's little helpers must hurry to finish the toys before Christmas Day. Whatever. That's the plot. I've seen this
Yeah.
before. I was going through like an old animation stint with my mom one time when we were watching Disney Plus stuff, and this was one of them. It was during Christmas time, and I hated it both times. But in the one of the original scenes was I might actually pull up the IMDb.
Well,
To,
I feel like
get exactly what it is, because there's some interesting details about it.
I feel like you can't really say scenes. I feel like this whole thing is a scene. You know,
Sequence.
Well,
or
there's
shot,
scenes.
or, you know.
Yeah.
There's scenes. There's like the scene of like the outside shot of like them painting, and then there's the scene of like
Okay.
jumps around like different stuff that they're doing, and I guess the
But-
kind of scenes.
But I feel like you put all that together, all those different shots together, then it becomes a scene overall.
Oh yeah,
or
I get
less.
it. Yeah.
So in an older version, there's a scene with dolls that are taught to say "mommy," and then they get "okay" stamped on their behinds. And you did? Was this in your version?
No.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
Well, it
was.
wasn't in mine.
And part of that is a scene where there is a black doll that does it to herself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang.
I don't know exactly what.
I thought that's what it was when I first saw. I was like, oh, there it is.
I don't know exactly what that's supposed to imply, that like she like doesn't have a mom.
I don't know, because then she said "mama" weird too.
Yeah,
It was
but
kind of weird. I was like, what?
yeah, I am more than happy to get just through all of this stuff up front. Doug, what was it that you put? I know two things that I pointed out that would be under that advisory, but what stood out to you from that?
So I think they're probably the two things that you're gonna say. Did you watch it on Disney Plus or YouTube?
Yeah, I
or
watched it
did you
on
see
Disney Plus.
Okay, all right. So we saw the same version.
Yep.
It's when all the toys are marching into the bag.
Yep.
And you have the stereotypical from that time period Chinese people
Yeah.
Yes.
who are marching in, like, and that's when I saw it, went, oh,
Yeah.
yikes. And then immediately following that was it almost looked like the doll was in blackface, driving the cart with the donkey.
Yeah, there are a few.
The
dolls
donkey
that
would
kinda
I
take
don't
it.
think I saw that. I thought he was white. I don't remember him.
No, he had a black face and white lips. if I remember right.
Yeah, there are a few like that. See the Asian dolls go past, and there's like the Charlie Chaplin joke, and then there's a few that definitely are. And before,
because
the,
he was he'd whip the donkey a couple times, and the donkey would kick him.
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
that. Just take a picture of it.
There's a similar.
Yeah.
I'll share later. But it's before that. There's a marching band before that they have trumpets and like trombones and stuff.
Yeah.
And they have some very exaggerated features. Like they got like the big eyes and like these giant like red lips. And black skin and stuff. And that was the first one where I saw that and was like, oh no. And then everything else followed. But yeah, Cameron got to see the director's cut.
Yay.
Which is what I would refer to it as.
So while I was watching this, I noticed it's kind of almost everything in this film reminded me of like it almost felt like a bunch of animated GIFs strung out together.
Yeah, there was very much of a loop for everything. Yeah.
Especially, and when I really noticed it was like the establishing shot of the workshop itself. You had the one elf brushing the reindeer's teeth.
Oh yeah, that
and the reindeer
me out this time.
The reindeer never spat the toothpaste out.
No. Yeah, it just keeps brushing it over and over.
He gutted it every single time. It's like, oh.
That is a good point. There is probably a lot of looped animation.
The whole thing's a looped animation. It feels like.
Yeah, I watched the entire.
Like I just walked.
I was like loop.
I just went through the very beginning, and there's just like a loop of these elves going over the hill. So I'll go into a full recap as best as I can do, which is just going to be me watching it and the captions.
That's so good.
So we begin at the North Pole. It is December 24th. It's the day before Christmas, and surprisingly, not much has gotten done at all. The elves are just now painting.
And somehow Santa has like a giant stack of letters next to him and stuff.
He hasn't even finished reading all the letters. The elves are painting the sleigh and cleaning it. And like there's a few interesting wording of like this song. I don't know if they wrote the song for it, but like it starts with "We're the merry, merry men of the midnight sun." Like I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Maybe it means like because they're in like I don't know, it's like the South Pole and North Pole.
Yeah.
Because it's like that.
They work for Santa and they have a lot of fun.
The sun kind of shines during nighttime.
Yeah. We get some sweeping a reindeer. I don't know. And then there's the long shot where he's brushing the reindeer's teeth, which is and he's got like a giant tube of toothpaste on a sleigh as well. So you go ahead and stop me if you guys want to chime in with stuff. Okay. Sarah is with us in spirit and by text. It's the Arctic Circle during the winter. The sun doesn't set.
That's what I was trying to say.
So it is the midnight sun.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. Thank you.
So we go to Santa, who, fun fact, Santa in this, I believe, was voiced by Walt Disney himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Walt Disney. No, actually, it was Alan Watson was
never mind
Santa.
that.
Walt Disney was one of the elves.
It's ruined. It's ruined for me. Ruined.
I'm going to assume that he is the elf that's reading. So Santa. Okay, another thing. Santa has scissor fingers. He opens the letters with his fingers, which is some terrifying implications.
So hang on, real quick. Did you guys get the feeling watching this that every character, everything was just really floaty?
Yeah.
Like as they walked around, as they moved, it was just all really, really floaty. Like Santa's really a really, really big guy, but he doesn't weigh that much. Like he still is able to move around very easily. And
this is still definitely in the very early days of animation in this form. So like squash and stretch and marking steps in space. It hasn't been fully ironed out.
Yeah.
So like Santa definitely seems lighter than he should be. So he's reading all of these letters. All of the letters are written as poems. Like Merry Christmas from Little Molly. I Want a Dolly or whatever.
Yep.
And we've got some more arbitrary. This is the type of stuff we dealt with Noel, is arbitrary naughty or nice stuff. So if you eat spinach every day, then you're nice. But if you don't wash behind your ears, which I never understood that.
Oh, I
that's
do
a thing.
now. I do.
Well, I never understood like not washing behind your ears. It's just like you wash you just wash your body. But
Yeah.
they make this joke all the time. They're like kids like, oh, they never want to wash behind their ears. I'm like, but it's
I didn't. I never did.
it's
Why,
just that.
though?
It's
Like-
just
I just-
that.
It was one more thing I had to do.
One more thing
before
to
I could
lift your arm up.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah. Now I get it. You know, now I'll like feel behind my ear and feel some like peely dirt stuff and look at it and go, that's disgusting. And I'll wash behind my ears and stuff. But as a kid, I didn't get it. I didn't know why. I didn't care.
yeah. I also want to thank every listener who just touched behind their ears as we said that. I'm absolutely sure
Wait,
that happened.
hang on, I got something then. Don't
Yes.
forget to breathe.
There's a podcast
and
I was
exhale.
listening to. There's a podcast I was listening to a few days ago that was just like, I'm sorry, but you are now aware of your blinking. I was like, dang it!
Oh, I think I heard that too. What podcast was that?
That
Was that an SCP podcast?
I think it was.
It
might have
sounds
been-
like it.
Oh, was it like the After
SCP
Midnight
Archives
Radio?
or something. No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been. I don't
It's
listen
like,
to After Midnight Radio.
You're now aware of your blinking. Sorry.
That sounds like a Welcome to Night Vale thing.
I don't know. It might have been like Dude Soup or something where they just said that to be.
So yeah, something stupid. But
Yeah,
no,
really-
I do remember that happening though.
It was Willie Brown who didn't wash behind his ears. And we get a very
Yes.
forgiving Santa who's like, yeah, I'll give him what he wants. And then just some soap.
Yeah, throw some soap in there.
And then
They-
something
I
very
love-
relatable to me. Yes, go on, Doug.
I loved how Santa said, "Oh, just give him the whole arc," and then it
Yeah.
showed,
No, it's
and then
hard.
that showed up later. I was so happy that showed up.
Some continuity.
Not
Um,
in the way that the kid wanted, obviously, but it still showed up,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which was
And then,
great.
oh, I don't need this to be in full screen. Go away.
Well, fine.
The
So, yeah. Do a podcast on your own.
Yeah, do it yourself, Colin. Let's go.
never mind. The elf goes away and he's just repeating to himself, a bar of soap, which like it goes with the memory, but this was relatable to me because it's sort of like an ADHD object permanence type thing.
Oh yeah.
If you like for example, like if you set something down but you're thinking about something else, that object no longer exists in your short-term memory. Or in this case, if you are told something and then you walk through a door, that thing is gone unless you are like saying it in your mind as you're going through the door.
Mhm.
That explains a lot.
Mhm.
Actually.
Because like it's something about doors are like hardwired to be like a new location, and so your train of thought can just get interrupted by going through a doorway.
Just get derailed. Huh!
Yeah. And any interesting stuff in the workshop besides all the
The repetitiveness.
elves?
I don't
say it.
know
It's
if we're
just-
allowed to talk about this on the podcast. It was just weird. There was the whole like drilling the butts of the horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm yeah.
That was just,
We go through the entire construction process of these wooden horses,
Well,
and to put the tails in, they first have to drill the hole for the tails to go in. And Doug,
is it just me, or was there just a lot of butts in this thing in all? Like, you had the hole getting drilled in the butt, you had the thing
Yes.
getting drilled or put in the butt,
yeah, it drops
The
into the
doll.
glue and then he flings it into
oh
the
yeah.
butt.
which
The
that
doll
dude's got some
butt.
seriously good aim. Then you
Yeah.
got the doll butts and everything. But I will say it was really funny how they curled the doll's hair. I loved that.
That was
Oh yeah, they
The
freaking
spider.
spider.
And me, if I had watched that as a kid, I would have been convinced that's how they did it in
Also,
factories.
is it just
Mhm.
me or do those dolls pre curling look like female Goku dolls?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because they got like the orange
I don't know,
and
hang
then
on,
the
hang on.
black.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
pull up a picture.
I got one better. What do you think? Does it
Yeah,
look like him?
that's
So this is Ultra Instinct Goku here.
yeah. If you
How's that
made
Ultra
it,
Instinct? Hold on. Ultra Instinct Goku just looks like a regular Goku though.
But his hair goes up and he doesn't and he's actually got color in his eyes. I don't know if you can see it. See?
Oh,
Instead of
okay.
just black. And his hair is angled up, but also as he's fighting, he doesn't talk. He doesn't say anything. He just beats the crap out of you.
Just
Oh,
like
okay.
the dolls in Santa's Workshop.
Yep, just like
Um,
the.
I feel like there's the checkered paint moment, which I want to
Oh,
touch on a
yeah.
little bit because I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like that happens a lot in Disney cartoons where you just like paint a texture on and it's like, oh, it's checkered paint. It just does that.
Yeah. That and I again, as a kid, I would have been convinced that's how it works.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Then we get the elves sewing stuff. Yeah, it looks like a little Goku doll when I first saw it. That's the immediate thing. So like they like electrocute the hair and it changes color and then curls.
No, they didn't electrocute it, did they?
Yeah, he was like.
Yeah, it's like a. Zzz.
Oh.
Yeah, they totally.
Oh, there's the
destroyed
OK
those dolls.
stamp. Yeah, because Santa is doing the OK stamp when he doesn't take his job seriously, throws a plane, and then the plane goes into his mouth first.
Yeah, and then he
Yes.
spits it out, doesn't he?
Now, keep in mind, Christmas is tomorrow, and he is eating a toy plane. Yeah, it
Santa
goes up.
Claus.
It knocks.
So
it
wait,
knocks,
does it cut after? Does it not show the dolls at all? Does it cut straight to the
it doesn't.
plane
It
or
doesn't
what?
show. It goes straight to the plane. There's the dolls. They get their hair electrified, and then it goes straight to Santa with the plane.
Oh,
So is that where
okay.
that is inserted in?
Yeah, so right after the dolls, it shows the doll sliding down like this little like sled, not
Oh,
sled,
yeah, that's the slide.
like a slide, and then the doll comes out and he just picks up and he goes, "Say mama," and he goes, "Mommy." He's like, "No, say mama," and he goes, "Mama," and he stamps its butt, moves it on.
It's like
Then a little black
in,
child comes down and goes, "Mama," and then jumps on the stamp and
oh
it says
boy,
"okay" on its butt and it runs off.
the plane kickstarts the marching segment of this, where all there's the marching band.
Yeah. Yep.
Then there's a bunch of
Then
soldiers.
Santa does that weird like creepy kidnap them kind of scene.
Yeah,
Like hold the bag
Walk
open.
into the bag.
Yeah.
that's coming into the bag. There's like a clown jester thing, an elephant.
I really appreciate the Charlie Chaplin thing though.
Yeah, I
the
like
Charlie
that.
Chaplin was cool.
I feel like if I was a kid when I saw this, it would be one of those things like, oh, I want that toy. Like, oh, I want a Charlie Chaplin toy. I want to. I don't want.
know. A kid our day, like our age.
No, yeah, like kids
when-
these days would be seeing these
kid-
toys.
As a kid, this like so if we were kids when we saw this back in 1990 whatever 2000.
Yeah, I
whatever,
just saw the thing with the donkey.
we would have seen the Charlie Chaplin and been very confused
Yeah, I mean,
because the
I
mustache.
knew who Charlie Chaplin was.
I didn't know who
I
Charlie
think-
Chaplin was till high school.
I don't think I knew until like maybe 5th grade.
I mean, I was just a cultured child, so I knew who Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah,
was.
I was not a cultured child. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh and Transformers.
There is a couple of cameos in this. When they're carrying the bag, there is a horse collar toy that pokes its head out, which is an OG Disney animated character. If you don't know,
No, I
which
don't know.
judging by that, I
Yeah.
don't. He was one of the one of the original gang. Like they had like Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and then there was horse collar, and there was Clarabelle the
Oh.
cow.
You mean like Goofy's horse?
Yeah, except he was bipedal, and then there is a Mickey. There's a
okay,
Mickey in the
sure.
bag as well. And then Santa calls them gnomes, not elves.
Well,
Does he?
Yeah, he says, "Goodbye, my merry little gnomes. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'm bringing joy to a
Dang.
million homes."
1930s, they did the best they could with what they had, which was
I mean, back in the 1930s, like elves, gnomes, whatever, same difference.
Can we?
You're right, they were different.
This is
they
kind
are
of a little
different.
bit off
They are.
topic.
Yeah, they are very different. And then
Mhm.
the moon has a face.
Can we talk about the art style? Is there like that's like a specific style that's very different from like
I just feel like that's old school
More-
Disney. That's old school Disney
yeah,
style.
that's
Like
very old school, but like it's very different from like the Mickey Mouse kind of style of animation. Because like this is like very human, and then later on they change how they draw the humans. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's just like they knew how to draw a mouse. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
quite have humans figured out yet, so they're still in that process of figuring out humans. Hence why this show looks the way it does.
I think it's that sort of thing with that is unique to Silly Symphony, where different artists would do different shorts. So you have unique art styles depending on which Silly Symphony it is, depending on like who's in charge of it. I don't know who. Let's see. There is no view all cast and crew, so I don't know who were the artists
Right.
on it. For instance, but music by Frank Churchill. Yeah, they had a lot of animators. None of them credited, of course, because like there weren't any credits for this.
Yeah.
Well, I do actually, I kind of enjoy it, but at the same time I don't. The fact that the credits were at the beginning of the film instead of the end.
That is the thing that didn't change.
No,
until,
it didn't change for a while.
60s
Yeah.
or 70s.
Yeah, because if you remember the old school Swiss Family Robinson movie, you have to sit through 15 minutes of credits before the movie actually starts.
I watched yesterday. No, 2 days ago. I watched the first like hour of the 1940s Swiss Family Robinson, the black and white one.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, I hope we don't get that one because it is boring.
How long is it?
It's like 2 hours long.
It's not too bad.
I don't remember. I might be wrong about that.
The one I'm talking about is the color one.
The one in the 60s.
Sure, they
Yeah,
made
probably.
all I remember is they made coconut bombs.
Yeah, that's the one in the 60s. I
movie
remember
was
that one pretty fun.
awesome.
That one's fun. The 40s one is not as good.
I wonder
And
why.
like, it has lines like the husband talking to a wife, and he's like, "Obedience is good, but it's not attractive," or stuff like that. Like,
That's funny.
the 40s. So moving.
the
That's
French.
anything else that you want to talk about for the short itself? I think
That's pretty much it.
I feel like I've spoken my piece on pretty much all of it. It's
Yeah.
it's a silly symphony. It's
I
catchy.
can appreciate. Yeah, I like the music a lot.
Yeah, I believe it is. I'd have to look at the Wikipedia page, but it's some symphony that they adapted the music onto, because that was part of Walt Disney's whole alternative music experience shtick that he was on. Like Fantasia is a big example of that, and Silly Symphony was as well. It was kind of using animation to make like proto music videos almost. I want to say, because that's kind of what these are. Is like we're gonna take the symphony and we're gonna do a little story around it and put it to animation. Yeah, that's about it. About it for that. Moment of the short. Let's go to that.
Can
Doug?
the ending?
No, I can't.
Okay. I mean, the thing that stood out the most to me was the fact that the reindeer never spat out its toothpaste. It just gutted it. It's so gross to me.
That's a good one.
It's absolutely disgusting. Cameron, it's your turn.
Cameron,
Oh, I didn't know it's not. Sorry.
Moment of the movie. Moment of the short.
Mine would have to be the little black doll.
Oh boy.
That
The part-
that doesn't count. That's the part that no one else can see.
Yeah, that
Okay,
got cut
fine,
out, so
I'll-
it doesn't count.
Dang, now I have to think of something else.
Yeah, I mean, I guess your moment of the
Okay,
short,
mine will be.
It doesn't have to be
mine-
something good.
Mine can be when he reads the boy's letter. I really
Yeah.
like that
The
letter.
novel.
Yeah, the novel.
He opens it and it's super long. He's like,
Yeah.
He just laughs. You know, if I were to open a letter that long, I'd go, nope, throw it away.
Yeah.
my moment of the short, besides like I would call it the Charlie Chaplin one, but that's less of a moment. The embodiment of Santa not taking his job seriously, which I got over this whole thing of like tomorrow's Christmas Day, and then the moment is Santa just taking a break from work and just throwing a plane around and having it go into his mouth.
Yeah.
Well, that and the airplane also trashed the workshop.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
it
like,
didn't just
"Oh,
fly
just
around.
Put the bag out, have everything rock into it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my moment. Is
It
him
obliterated
eating,
everything.
eating a plane.
Yeah, that was 6 minutes of my life I'll never get
Did
back.
did he actually put an okay stamp on the plane? Because I thought that's what he was gonna do. And I don't remember if he actually did that or not.
No, he didn't. Also, like, aren't you going to be testing the dolls like maybe like the week before Christmas.
I know,
You would
right?
think. Well, granted, back in the 30s, they didn't really put a whole lot of electronics in the dolls, so
Yeah, it was all magic.
Yeah, but it's like super easy. It's like, hey, Christmas is tomorrow. Huh? I guess it's time to open up the letters.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I did like the part where he like how they got the doll's hair to curl. I thought that was really funny.
That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But-
Okay, let's get into ranking.
I need to see the list.
Oh, man, this is gonna be rough.
Yeah. Okay.
Gosh.
The thing is, well, the question that I would ask myself is, did I enjoy this more than Your Friend the Rat or less? I don't want to put it any higher than that.
It goes bottom for me.
I think it goes bottom for me as well.
Your friend the rat made me laugh.
I want it more than the rat though. That's where I
don't.
was.
I don't.
I don't.
Okay, then
You're wrong,
I guess
Cameron.
I'll be Doug this episode.
Yeah, you be me.
Hey, if it's the first one that had a advisory on it for updated cultural depictions, I'm putting it at the bottom. I don't want to rank that higher than Your Friend the Rat.
Higher than anything else.
Yeah, higher than anything else. It's gonna probably stay at the bottom until we get another one that has an advisory on it, which hopefully won't be for that long. Film information and statistics, written by, I have no idea, doesn't matter. Directed by Wilfred Jackson, released December 10th, 1932. It was re-released during one of the episodes of the Mickey Mouse Club later. Runtime of 7 minutes. IMDb score of 7.3 out of 10.
Wow. That's
no
really
Rotten Tomatoes
high.
or Metacritic. Yeah, that is a little too high.
Yeah, it is.
Now it's time to spin the wheel.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Is it Cameron's turn or is it your turn?
It's Cameron's
I did it
turn.
last week.
This week's wheel was submitted by email by Gilmore, which is the Spider-Man
Gilmore
collection.
and his
Oh, I'm
friends
so
that
excited.
are all girls.
I hope. Hang on. Can I make like a hope here?
You can make a jinx, sure.
Yeah. I really want Ultimate Spider-Man. I love Ultimate Spider-Man. I think it's hilarious. Or Spider-Man Unlimited, where he goes into the future.
Oh yeah.
Those are like the two. I'm just like, please. And now that I said that, we're gonna get like 1959 Spider-Man or
Oh
something.
my gosh, I will die if we get something later than or earlier than 1990.
We're gonna. Oh, I'm sure we will.
All right, Cameron, go ahead and spin that wheel.
Okay.
Call it out with yeet this time.
Yeah, I
Oh.
forgot. I forgot last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeet. Okay.
All right, what we got?
It is Marvel's Spider-Man 2017.
Ooh, I'm excited. 2017. I'm down for that. Let's do
2017
it.
Spider-Man.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
What does that look like?
I think it's a series, isn't it?
The 2017 one. Ooh, yeah, this looks fun. This was during the like new batch that they did of stuff where it had like the other ones that I can't remember the names of, but there's like a Squirrel Girl one and like a Ghost Spider one. It has a newer style of animation. So
Is it that 3D animated one?
It's not 3D, no.
Okay. How many episodes?
Wait, share your. Can you
we're
share
gonna-
your screen? I want to see what it
I should
looks
I should be able to share my screen.
As long as you're not watching it, I think
Yeah.
you're good.
This is this is it, Marvel Spider-Man.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm all about this.
I'm all about this. This is gonna be cool.
This is awesome.
Go ahead and add that. So we are gonna go with what we've been doing so far is just 3 episodes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll have Origins and then Horizon High Part 1 and Part 2.
Sweet.
Getting right into the meat of the show. Also, I mean, like looking down at season 2, there's like a girl Doc Ock going on
Dude,
down there.
This
Let's
may be
go.
the first one that I just binged the entire show.
Oh, already episode 10, we've got Miles.
like I want to
Symbiote suit in episode 8.
dude.
My gosh.
Guess what my life is gonna be for the next week.
Wait, was that? Wait, go
Whoa.
back.
That was Venom. Yep.
No, I wasn't looking at Venom. I was looking
Craven
at
the Hunter?
Yeah, Craven the Hunter.
You got
Dude.
Screwball?
I am all about this. I definitely watching this.
That's Spider-Man with a flame sword? Are there any
I
forearm
don't know. I
ninjas
don't
in
see
this
any
one?
forearm ninja. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
We got more Venom stuff. Wow. Wowie, wow.
But is there a
look at that.
Mr. Spider in this?
Oh my gosh, Superior Spider-Man.
Is there who?
in season 2.
I said, is there a Mistress Spider in this?
What?
Yes.
Spider-Gwen, heck yeah.
Spider-Man. Yeah. Spider-Man
All
shows
about
up.
that.
There was
Goblin War?
There's
Dude,
a
Goblin War?
Superior Spider-Man in season 2, episode 16.
Yeah, I definitely watching this like whole thing like today.
I'm excited. So
I
we will
am
be
too.
watching the first 3 episodes of the 2017 Spider-Man animated series. Next,
Hang on, scroll down real quick.
Okay. Cloak and Dagger.
Dude, Spider Island. Do you guys know the story of Spider Island at all?
No.
No.
Everyone in New York City gets spider powers.
What?
Yeah. That's what Spider Island is.
No, I want to watch all of this too. This looks awesome.
I mean, I don't know if that's the case in the show, but I know in the comics it's everyone
Kinda
in New York
looks like
City
it.
gets spider powers. And then
That's
same thing
amazing.
with down at the bottom, you have the Goblin something or other at the end of season 2.
Goblin,
The Goblin
War.
War. Everyone turns into a goblin basically.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that
So,
in the
like,
comics.
I am so excited.
I'm excited too.
I've been watching The Simpsons lately, so I'm gonna throw
I'm
that
just
on.
glad that we got something contemporary.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let us decide what
The
Next
next
wheel.
wheel.
the next wheel is going to be. This is the wheel list that we have right now.
Wow,
You
that's
know, I think in honor of May 4th today, I think we should do Star Wars.
We should do something Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we? That brings us. We've got like.
I say
we've got the
we
Star
do
Wars. We've
just
got
Star Wars in general.
Just all of Star Wars.
All of Star Wars. That way we can get the Lego Star Wars thing. We could get the the prequels, the
I like it.
sequels, the regular.
The
We
Lego.
get something. Yeah, I said Lego, you idiot.
Oh yeah,
I love you,
Lego.
I love you, Collins. But we can get something from everything, not just the Skywalker saga.
Right. I like that. So I'll stop my screen share. Next time we will be watching Spider-Man, and we'll be spinning the overall Star Wars wheel. So it could be another short episode like this one.
Could be, or it could be a long one like
could
Rise of
be-
Skywalker.
A long
And
one.
then you
That
will
is
hear
right.
all my Star Wars rants.
Could have been longer. Should have been 3 hours.
And Collins Star Wars rants too. He's
And
got plenty.
Colin Star Wars. Yes. That will be all for this show. Thank you all so much for listening. If you like the show, please review us on iTunes or whatever podcast service you use to listen, and share it with your friends.
Do it now.
Your reviews or comments to WhereStreamsComeTrue at gmail.com or on Twitter at Studio76 WSCT. Or you can go to our Anchor page and you can even submit an audio recording that we could put into the show. That's the thing that Anchor allows you to do. So
And if you want to see the shenanigans that we get up to while watching the show, just follow that Twitter page. We'll tweet out when we're watching it, what we think and things like that.
yeah, I might start live tweeting. from
I
that
wouldn't live
account.
tweet it because then you're giving away.
You're gonna give
your,
away what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, you give away what you're talking about. But like the tweet I made, where like the things I do for this show
Yeah.
about Bambi, stuff like that. I think that was really good.
Something
So.
that's pretty good. So yeah, with all that stuff, you can submit a wheel, such as a category, a search term on Disney Plus. As you saw, our list is the sort of stuff that we are looking to go through, and reviews and thoughts about movies will be read on the show. We got time at the end allotted for that, and that will be all for this episode. See you all next week. Everyone, stay safe. Happy
Remember-
Star Wars Day.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Goodbye.
Bye.
No.